We're going to finish this lesson with factoring some perfect square trinomials, as well as some what's called difference of squares. All right, so we have 9x squared plus 24x plus 16. Our a is 9. I don't know what happened to my a, but my equal sign looks all benty. Let's put it here. A equals 9, b equals 24, and c equals 16. 9 times 16 is 144. We need two numbers that multiply to give us 144 and add to give us 24. Well, 144 has lots of factors, but I'm hoping you are realizing that it's a perfect square. And 12 times 12 is 144, and 12 plus 12 is 24. And I said it was a perfect square. So we're going to replace that 24x with a 12x and a 12x. And the first two are going to be a group. And the second two are going to be a group. What could we factor out of 9x squared and 12x? They're both divisible by 3x. 9x squared divided by 3x is 3x. 12x divided by 3x is 4. Right? So 12x and 16 are both divisible by 4. 12x divided by 4 is 3x. 16 divided by 4 is 4. And notice they're exactly the same. We have the repeating 3x plus 4. We have what we pulled out, which is 3x plus 4. We could also write this as 3x plus 4 squared. Right? So either would be correct. Right? So here's what a perfect square looks like. All right, let's look at another problem. Here we have another perfect square. This time we have a negative sign. All right, so A is 1, B is negative 10, and C is 25. Multiply 1 times 25, you get 25. We need two numbers that multiply to give us 25, but add to give us negative 10. Well, I hope you realize that 25 is a perfect square. 5 times 5 is 25, but 5 plus 5 is not negative 10. However, negative 5 times negative 5 is also 25, and negative 5 plus negative 5 is negative 10. So we're going to replace that negative 10x with a negative 5x and a negative 5x. The first two are a group, the second two are a group. Right, that's x squared and negative 5x are both divisible by x. X squared divided by x is x, 5. And then negative 5x and 25 are both divisible by 5, but we want their factors to match. So we want to pull out the negative 5 would be the correct answer. Negative 5x divided by negative 5 is x. 25 divided by negative 5 is a negative 5. And you see we have the same thing. We pulled out, and what we pulled out was x minus 5. Our repeating is x minus 5. And so we could also write that as x minus 5 squared. Let's look at one more problem. I guess I could have made that one video and not split that into two, because this is going to be like a 5-minute video. That's all right. 25x squared minus 16. And this one's in your notes. So our a is 25. Our c is the constant. That's negative 16, but what's b? If there's no x, that means b is 0. Right? So we need two numbers, a times c. 25 times negative 16 gives us negative 40. Two numbers that multiply to give us negative 40 add to give us 0. If they're going to add to give us 0, the numbers are opposites. Right? That's what we're going to get the 0. So 20 times negative 20 gives us negative 400, and 20 plus negative 20 gives us 0. So we're going to replace that 0x with a 20 and a negative 20. Right? And the first two are a group. The second two are a group. Right? So 25x squared and 20x are both divisible by 5x. 25x squared divided by 5x is 5x. 20x divided by 5x is 4. Negative 20x and negative 16 are divisible by not 4, but negative 4. You want to pull that negative out. Negative 20x divided by negative 4 is going to give us a 5x. Negative 16 divided by negative 4 is a positive 4. All right, so we have the repeating 5x plus 4. And then what we pulled out is 5x minus 4. Notice that they're almost the same, except the second term are opposites of one another. And those opposites are what causes the b term to drop out, because it ends up being a 0. All right? So that's all we're going to look at for factoring right now. And I have 2 whiteboard problems for you. Once you've done the podcast, you should go right to the whiteboard practice, or as soon as you have time, go right to the whiteboard practice in case it's the end of the period, and do those 2 problems. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.